Hey guys, what's up? It's Luckette, and look, I know I said that hopefully the next video would be an animation, but I've kind of bit off more than I could chew and I'm still working on it. But in the time in between that, I still want to post the video, and I really love doing these drawing challenges. So today we are doing a random color palette challenge. So I've just written this code in Java. A lot of it is actually based on some code that my teacher wrote because graphics are really difficult in Java. But basically what this code will do is generate a random color palette of 3 colors, and it will also generate a random name for that color palette, and I will take that palette and use it for a drawing. I can use colors outside of the palette, but those 3 have to be the main focus. So let's just jump right into it. So for this first one, I accidentally cut the video of me running the code, but you'll get to see it on the next drawing. The code generated this palette and it called it Meow, which sounds like meow, which is perfect because I like to draw cat girls. So that's what I'm drawing here. The color palette also immediately reminded me of mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is my favorite kind of ice cream. So I decided I would draw a cat girl that is like dressed as mint chocolate chip ice cream. I can't remember if I've posted this, but for some reason I'm like constantly personifying that ice cream because it is my favorite. I kind of just let myself have like a lot of fun with this one because I like mint ice cream, I like cat girls, so it was really easy to join the two. For one, I put her in a sweater. I was really unsure of like what I wanted her outfit to be, but I thought if she was ice cream then she would probably be kind of cold. And I was like, well, maybe she'd be comfortable in the cold, so I should give her like a tank top or something. But instead I just decided to put her in that sweater. And initially I was gonna give her earrings that looked like cherries, but then I remembered I'm a bit limited in my color palette. I really only allowed myself to add in some like neutral tones. You know, I didn't want to add in red, which is such a like commanding color when that was not a part of the original color palette. Especially because I didn't like cherry pick, pun, I did not cherry pick these color palettes. Like I just ran the code and the first thing that it gave me and the first like color title, the name for the palette it gave me, that's what I went with. So I got like really lucky with this first one. Like those greens match really well together, and the generator also like, I didn't tell it to like only make greens or only make blues. It could have given me like yellow, purple, and like a grayish brown, which I guess that's not a nightmare either, but you get what I mean. I could have gotten any color. My shading and coloring on this drawing is a little bit different. It's kind of a bit faster, and I also didn't like buff out all of the gradients like on the sweater like I normally would, but it actually looks really, really nice. I think I like over smudge and over shade a lot of the colors in my drawing, but you can see on like her beret and her sweater, you can see more clearly that there's like a smudging of colors there, and I really, really like that, and I want to try doing it more. You also will notice that the shadows are very, very different than normal. Normally I would like pick like one color and I would turn down the opacity or something like that, especially like on the brown part of her pants where the green is. It doesn't really look like a shadow, but I do think it makes it look very like distinct and different, and I really, really like it. So she's about done. I'm just changing the line art underneath because, you know, I like to change the color of the things that are underneath the hair so it looks kind of see-through. And yeah, comment down below what you think her name should be, because the name of the palette is a little awkward and I don't think it suits her. Ta-da! There's the code. Here you can see the code generated a color called Reek, which is a lovely sounding palette. So for this one, at first I was going to do like a skunk girl because it was called a Reek, and there were 2 green shades in the palette, so I thought you could do like something cute like a skunk girl, but I wasn't really sure how I would work with those kinds of colors. And then I also realized I had wanted to draw the girl eating like garbage because garbage smells bad, and skunks don't eat garbage. It's raccoons. Raccoons eat garbage. So I made a raccoon girl instead, and I really struggled with the posing at the beginning. I wanted her to look like she was just like goofy and silly and just like eating trash, like doing something really bizarre, but to her it's very normal because she's a raccoon and raccoons eat trash. I also started giving her these like really like puffy pants that I thought were pretty cute, but it didn't really suit the idea I had. because I still have the issue of like, okay, I have this color palette that I have to work with, and I have to color her skin, but I'm not making her skin like this vibrant green or blue. That's kind of what I was saying with the color palette. Like it could just generate a random color. Like all of these are pretty close in like their saturation and tone. So I decided like I would just make her like a, you know, regular color palette, regular skin tone, no green or blue or anything like that. But she had found like just a bunch of green and blue things like in the trash. So like this new scarf that she has, this sweater that she has, and the garbage that she has are all colors from the palette. My goal is just that when you look at the image, the color palette, the one that my code generated, is sort of the main thing that attracts your eye. I also, I'm not sure why, like, both of my characters ended up in sweaters. Actually, they seem to be in, they both look pretty similar, they both have dark skin, they're both sticking out their tongues. I don't know what's up with that. I think I just like goofy things. I like drawing like pointy teeth and silly faces, and then also like I really like sweater weather. It's getting warmer and I don't appreciate it. I frankly think it's very rude and I never want to stop wearing sweaters, so I think that's why all my characters end up in sweaters. That, and it's a lot easier to draw limbs. I'm not gonna lie, this video is I made it a bit quickly, which normally I wouldn't do, but I still really enjoyed this challenge, and frankly I'm just really excited to try like a challenge based on some code that I wrote, generating color palettes. We just learned how to make graphics in Java, so I think it's like really fun to just be able to mix the two together. I also wanted to push myself a little bit, because like I mentioned before, I often draw my characters in just the clothes that I like to wear, which is normally just like skirts and like tall socks and t-shirts. So I gave her like very different eyebrows for one. I like have never drawn these kinds of eyebrows before. I also gave her very different hair. I gave her like shaved on one side because I get very like vagabond kind of vibes from her. She like she's not like rude. I wouldn't even say like edgy. She's just kind of like what's the word? Rough, I guess, but like in an endearing way. And with this idea, I also thought like, you know, she probably like lives on the street or something because she's a raccoon, and she'd be very fond of that scarf. Like it's a very nice scarf. She probably like scored like the garbage at like some rich person's house or whatever. And she's about to eat it, obviously. Actually, do raccoons even eat trash? Like I know they dig through garbage, but like they don't eat like tin cans, do they? I'm pretty sure they just eat like the scraps of food. I'm pretty sure raccoons don't eat trash, so it doesn't make sense that I have that tin can there, but like aesthetically, it works out. I made her tongue like all black, which is like kind of hard to see, but like at first I had it as like this soft pink color, but again I was like, that's really detracting from the main colors of the image, so I made it black. Whenever I'm drawing, I go through these phases of like the colors look crazy unbalanced, and this is just like a bad drawing and I should start all over. And really like here what I end up doing to balance the colors, I just color the tail completely brown, and that fixed a lot of the issue that I was having with balancing the colors. I also could not decide for the life of me if I want the socks to be green or blue. But I ended up making them blue because even though it looked equally balanced whether or not it was green or blue, I try not to have like the same colors touching each other too much. So you'll even notice like in the piles of trash she's holding, I don't have any colors touching each other. Like the can is blue, the wrapper is that dark green, and then the trash on top of it is like that more saturated light green, and then the blue underneath isn't touching the top of the blue of the tin can. And it's not like something I try to do consciously, really. You just notice like when you're balancing things, like most of the time things look more balanced if you don't have a bunch of samey colors touching them. I kind of skipped out a little bit on like the shading and rendering of this one. Like I still did it, but I just really feel like I could have spent more time making it a bit, I don't know, nicer. But you know, I still definitely went for it. I can't really say like what I would change. I just think I really could have spent a bit more time on it. I don't have a name for her either. I guess Reek kind of works. Maybe like Ria or something like that. But I kind of like asking people to name them even though nobody ever comments a name for them because I don't have enough like engagement on my videos yet, which is fair because I also don't post like super often, and I I don't post the type of videos I say I'm going to post, but whatever. If you have a name for her, go ahead and name her. I think she's really cute and I think we could be friends. You can see again, I used that same shading, I want to say, as last time. I'm going to call it acid shading because I think the colors look really bright. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. I really like it. Like I say, I'm always experimenting with like new styles, new shading techniques and that sort of thing. And it's very much different outside of what I would normally do. I don't think I would do it if it wasn't for this challenge, and I consider that a success for a challenge if it makes me do new things. Ta-da! Here are the girls. There's only 2 this time. I got a very nice comment on my last video saying that my videos were a bit long, and I agree. So I only did 2 this time. Comment below how you feel about that. I don't know why they ended up looking so similar. The palettes that they generated were like a little samey with all the green, but like I didn't even mean to like make the posing so similar or have them both like sticking out their tongues. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you don't follow me on my social medias, you totally should. I'm on Instagram at __Lockette, and I'm on Twitter at LocketteYT, and I would love to see if you used these color palettes to draw something. Show it to me on Instagram, tag me. Or maybe you generate your own random color palette. I used code because I'm extra, but you can find like random generators online. So you should try this challenge for yourself. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll continue to work hard on the animation for you guys. And until next time, lock out.